Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
I want to talk. I've known Jose for a long time. We've hung out. We've talked. I mean, we're not asshole buddies or whatever, but I consider him a friend.
Of course.
And this is the first time I'm finding out like all these like details.
It's cool. Well, no one ever asked me, man.
Well,
I'm always talking.
Asking. So you played guitar and
I played guitar, bass. I started playing in the fourth, fifth grade with my friend Andrew Rivas, and we would play everything: Metallica, Skid Row, and then Pantera came out later, and then that was it. And then Pantera just sucked me into metal so hard, more than any band before them. It was just Pantera.
And I want to acknowledge Pantera. Just on the level that during the dark days of metal,
the 90s,
the 90s, when Metallica even changed their logo to all, did the all which I thought they were the one band that didn't have to. But it's not, I'm not going to beat up on Metallica because I think the world of those guys against all odds, what they achieved,
they're the giants
for themselves, for metal, and they did it their way,
and they're still doing it today.
And so bravo, and I love those guys. I toured with them years ago, but Pantera waved the flag always for metal when no one would say the word.
Yep,
they were so ballsy. They were so in your face. Such a fuck you attitude was the best.
And in 94, when they released Far Beyond Driven, #1 album on the Billboard 200, they beat out Garth Brooks and some other people. People were like, what's this Pantera band? Who's this?
Were you on the air at that point?
Man. I mean, I started radio when I went to University of Arizona for my chemistry degree, and I started my freshman year in college.
I had my first metal show
in 95.
In 94.
Nice.
Called Metal Nation.
Nice.
And I was doing like 10 to midnight shift on some small station.
Yep.
I wanted to get into radio. This is 94. I'm Dee Snider, and I want to go into radio, and my agent says, you don't just step off an arena stage and walk into a 6-figure gig.
Yeah.
You got to prove your shit.
Well, radio doesn't
I'm
pay.
doing it. And I remember when Becoming was on Far Beyond Driven, right? And I remember putting on Becoming for the first time, and those drums kick in.
Yeah.
Literally, because it was the needle. It was literally potting the mic back up, opening up, pulling the needle off. I go, did you hear that?
Yeah.
I literally just, did you hear those drums? Poor Vinny, rest in peace. Did you hear those drums?
Yes.
And started saying, pay attention, screaming, pay attention, start over. Oh man, unbelievable. Anyway, sorry. So you're a huge Pantera fan.
Yeah, I mean, just
game changer.
Yeah, I mean that they still are my guiding metal light. They're my #1 band. I have Dime's face on my leg. I just got a 333 tattoo and my CFH, my Cowboys from Hell tattoo redone on my right hand. The 333 is new, and I did that before the...
Is that half evil?
333, it's actually a Dime and Vinny time, and it's a thing that when they were together, and even when Vinny was here, it was always their thing, their number. 333 AM, PM, that's when you take a shot. It was just one of their things that they always talked about. And
3 is a good number.
So,
very good number.
But I did that before I curated and hosted the Vinny Paul tribute at the Aftershock Festival in Sacramento a few weeks back. But that's a whole. Now we're jumping years ahead. But
I'll drag you back because there's steps here, and there's Tony Robbins. I'm a Tony Robbins guy, believe it or not, and he says success leaves clues.
Yeah.
Success leaves clues, and that's why people say maybe your journey isn't you want to be a heavy metal DJ and have your own show, whatever, and run the metal department someplace, but it's the clues here on how to get where you want to go through other people's stories. So, okay.
So I'm in college now, my full ride academic scholarship. I joined the radio station, and actually there was this dude, I was taking Spanish guitar class, and I still had long ass hair, and I was playing Metallica before class, and this dude named Matt Sullivan, I met him. Now I know his name, but at the time he just came up to me and he was like, "Hey, are you in the metal?" And I was playing Metallica, and I was like, "What do you think?" What do you think?
What gave it away?
Yeah, and I throw my hair back and I'm playing more Metallica, and he's like, "All right, hey, I work at the radio station. We don't have a metal show. Would you ever be interested?" And I'm like, "I'm not a metal DJ." I remember saying that to him. I'm not a metal DJ.
All right,
I'm just a metal guy.
I gotta say, I always say to you people, opportunities come to people. Opportunities come, and people often don't even notice it,
Yep.
or or afraid to take the shot. Now, you weren't necessarily afraid, but that was an amazing somebody was opening a door, and your initial response was, no, thank you.
I'm not a DJ. I mean, I never was a DJ. I never thought I would be a DJ. I mean, I was always a bringer of metal. I was always someone that played metal at parties, in my car, introducing it to people, my friends growing up, watching Headbangers Ball, memorizing all that stuff, buying the tape, showing it to all my friends. I always did that, but I never thought I was a DJ. So when he said, you want to be a DJ? I was like, no. But he was persistent. And the next week on Thursday, I would be playing guitar and he'd come up to me, hey, what's up, Jose? Oh, hey, man. Hey, you're gonna come to the radio station today? I was like, no, man, no, I'm not, dude. I'm not
Do you ever call this guy up and say, by the way, thank you very much?
Yes, he knows, dude. He knows. We've talked, man. He ended up in the business. So then he kept on asking me, and then I finally said, all right, dude, yeah, okay, Matt, I'll go. And I walked in to the student union, the basement in University of Arizona, and I walked in. It was way in the back. It was through the pool tables and everything, and it was way in the back, and it looked like a custodian door. And then you opened it, and it was this long chamber room, and it was covered in posters, stickers. The ceiling, the desks had stickers everywhere. There was just I saw a Korn poster that caught my eye right away. I saw a Rage Against the Machine poster.
Look how you remember this. How well you remember it.
Because it was,
that was an event.
I've never seen. It was like a tunnel, and I've never. I saw my room was like that. You know, when I was back in Douglas, but I just was like, what is this place? And they were so cool to me. The program director, Colin.
This was your epiphany, right there.
Dude, I walked in and they were just so nice to me. I was like, whoa, this is so cool. They were like, yeah, man, we heard you're the guy that wants to do a metal show. And I was like, well,
want to do a metal show.
I was like, I'm not a DJ, but I don't know what to do, but this is just cool. And they were so nice to me. And then they just told me what to do. And they were like, just do it. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And then so I did it. And that's how I started my 1 hour show. And it was on a 0.5 watt station.
Do you remember potting up the mic for the first time?
No, not really. I did. No, I don't. Oh,
it's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay. I don't remember potting up the mic for the first time.
I don't.
Do you remember? Do you remember?
I remember the board. I remember
first screw. Do you remember your first big screw up?
I mean, I messed up a lot, man. But I never.
I'll tell you mine.
I never really tried to be good. You know what I mean? I was always just trying to be a messenger of metal. Go for it.
Doing Metal Nation, one of my first nights on the air. And I'd seen on MTV, Body Counts, There Goes the Neighborhood on MTV. So one
of those kind of mess ups.
I see the record and I go, awesome. Now I've heard it on TV. I put on There Goes the Neighborhood and did not realize that it was completely edited for MTV. And there is so much motherfucking and cocksucking and N-words and I froze like a deer in the headlights. It's just going out there, and it's rather than pulling it off, I potted down the volume inside the studio so I couldn't hear it. Like if I closed my eyes, I didn't go through the red light kind of thing. And I just sat there, and then the hotline rings, and it's my program director. D, what are you playing? I played There Goes the Neighborhood unedited. Fortunately, it was like midnight. Nobody's on listening anyway.
Dude, well, you had a huge station that you were on. We were a 0.5 watt station. My nose hair clipper had more wattage than our radio station.